Hello, we're the August 1823 Stitchers. That's Angie.
And that's Sallie.
And Gus is right here, but he's ready to get down.
He wants his treat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. As you can see, he's very excited. All right. So we'll take care of that. Today is October 29th, 2025. And this is Flosstube number 42. And we'd like everybody to know that we are
Crazy for cross stitch.
I'd like to welcome back any returning viewers and returning subscribers. And if you're new to our channel and you like what you see, please think about liking, subscribing, and all that stuff. You know, all the YouTube stuff. And because we appreciate that. And I'm gonna go ahead and preface today. We usually just do cross stitch, but because Angie and I are both multi-craftual, which I know it should be in the dictionary. If EVOO can go in the dictionary, so can multi-craftual. I have some crocheting to show, along with some cross stitch. But so we're going to do our usual order. We're going to previous finishes if we have any, but there's some behind us, but you can't really see it because I didn't turn the camera up. Fully finished objects, finished objects. You do too have an FFO.
That's an FFO.
Right, fully finished objects.
That I don't have an FFO.
Oh, you don't have any FOs. I don't either. I have some FFOs though.
I have FFOs at the fair though, so you won't see all of our FFOs.
You'll see them next time probably, or in December. New starts if we have any, works in progress, which I have a couple, and Angie has a few. I don't have any needles up because I just have been watching my regular Flosstubes, and
I have a book.
I don't have any. Well, I did read one book. I don't think I talked about it last time.
Nope, you didn't talk about any books last time.
Okay, thank you for remembering that. So yes, I did read. It's a classic also. Then we'll share some stitchy kindness and stash investment because we both have some of that. We'll talk about our plans and then we'll say goodbye until next time. So let's go ahead and start with our fully finished objects. I have 3. So you want me to share mine first?
So go for it.
Well, you have one, right? Well, technically,
I have more at the fair.
Yes.
No,
yes.
Stitchy Kindness is
your
FFO, not mine.
Yeah, but I gave it to you, so you can call it. You provided the fabric.
It's stacked under everything right now.
That's true, it is. All right, so our Embroiderers Guild is doing a random act of kindness tree for the display in the library, and so I picked this one, which says compliment your friends.
These come from Emma Congdon's Cross Your Heart.
Yeah, cross stitch for the heart.
Cross stitch for
the heart.
The heart one.
Yes, and I did it on 18 count perforated paper, and then I backed it with some pink felt and made a little twisted cord for a hanger.
And I had another one. It's at the fair. This is my other one, and it says, "If something was good, leave a nice review." You know how you have those links that you can go to on your receipt?
Mm-hmm.
Instead of always using them to complain, use them also to give a 5-star review. Same thing on Etsy. It's really important on Etsy if you buy anything to go in after you receive it and give a review, even give a picture. It really helps their status on Etsy very much. So this was one of mine that I did. That's the only FFO.
Okay. Well, I have a baby shower coming up soon, so I have finished the hat. I'm thinking I'm gonna make another one that's a little bit bigger though, because this one ended up being a little bit smaller than. I used a smaller hook, so it was smaller. I followed the pattern. Oops, and I haven't woven in the ends yet. And then our church's prayer shawl ministry is we're getting it back together or starting it back up. And so I made a granny triangle prayer shawl. Now, so it's a triangle, and I used this pretty variegated thread or striping thread from Joann's it was the big twist before they went out of business. And wow, you can really see that stripe when you hold it up.
Beautiful.
So obviously this is the center. It was an easy pattern. The directions I found, it was on Facebook. It popped up and I went and watched it and I'm like, oh wow. And what I really like is when you're making the edge, you you end up making this triangular sawtooth, and then when you finish, because this edge is just you go back and you add it to it, and so it makes it nice and pretty. I'm gonna have to make some more. I originally had bought this yarn to make me a hexie cardigan, but I decided to donate it to the church in the form of a prayer shawl.
Beautiful.
Thank you. And of course, purple is my favorite color. I know we've got yarn. I need to go get some more yarn so I can start another one, because it portable, and it was really easy.
Oh, good boy.
All right, those are all of our fully finished objects. Do you have any new starts, Angie?
At the fair.
No, not new starts. Oh, those were finishes.
Well, the dog was a new start.
As a start and a finish.
It was, and it's a new start and a finish, but it's at the fair.
It is at the fair.
So
The Eastern Carolina Regional Agricultural Fair. Excuse me, Eastern Carolina. Yes, because
the regional
yes,
fair that
in Florence, South Carolina.
It covers actually a couple counties in North Carolina as well.
Oh, does it?
As part, well, people from North Carolina are putting it, their competition in there. You can put it in there, and it's a little 4-H fair is what it started out as, and it still is. The competition part, a lot of it is 4-H based.
I gotcha. Well,
especially the youth part.
We used to, Mom and Daddy were in the Evening Lions Club, and they always had a glaucoma booth where they could check your eye pressure. And the night that Daddy worked that booth was the night we got to go to the fair.
Candy and I are going. It starts this weekend.
It starts tomorrow.
But Thursday is senior discount day, and Candy and I want to go that day. The fair doesn't start till 5 p.m. because it's a small fair.
Yeah, and during the week, on the weekends it starts earlier. But
we want to start by watching some shows first. Get the shows in that we want to see. Last year we watched, or year before last, we watched a motorcycle going around
in this globe type thing.
Yeah,
I used to see that in the circus.
It's really good, and I like watching the pig races and all that stuff. And all the animals are there where the kids put their 4-H animals in there to judge. And there's sometimes they're the biggest cow I've ever seen in my life. It actually scared me when I walked around the corner and there was this massive cow laying down there. It was just laying down sleeping. It scared me to death.
Oh, my daddy used to put his goat in the fair in Newberry.
You think I'd be used to it because, we had farm animals, cows included. But, oh, my gosh, that thing would have made 3 or 4 of our milk cows. It was humongous.
Wow, that is some good stuff.
Yeah, I love going and watching the ducks go down the little water thing and watching the pig races and all that, all the animal, watching the kids in their costumes, where like Robin Hood and Marion, and Robin Hood is the pig and Marion is the little girl,
Okay.
They dress up as literary characters, fairy tale characters.
To show their animals.
To show their animals, and they have to show they can control them by walking them around the ring in their costumes. It's just fun. So I'm looking forward. And plus, you must always get elephant ear or funnel cake, one or the other.
I want a funnel cake.
That's fair food.
And I like
you must apples buy.
And cotton candy.
Now, if you go to Indiana, you have to buy the corn because the corn is better than any elephant ear ever, and that's saying a lot for me. But and I can never finish an elephant ear. Even if I split it with someone, I can't eat my part, my part.
It's a fried donut, so basically.
Yeah, but it's on a humongous plate.
Yeah, that's true.
It covers the whole thing. And first of all, I was diabetic. I'm still considered a diabetic. I consider myself a diabetic, even though they say I no longer am a massive diabetic. I just have to do 1 shot a week now, and it's not insulin. But
I was never on insulin.
After 25 years of being diabetic, I'm scared to eat
too much
of a elephant ear. I just want enough to taste it and enjoy it. I don't need to eat the whole doggone thing. So, and I can't eat all the sandwiches either. Their sandwiches are always massive. The prices are high, but the sandwiches are huge. It's just it's a cute little fair.
Regional fair, yeah.
And a lot of the rides, most of the rides are at the state fair. So you're not missing out on rides.
Oh, well, I don't ride. I tend not to ride the rides now. I used to when I was little, but.
And I like doing the competitions you know, for our cross stitch and diamond painting and crocheting, whatever
we do. Yeah.
we do for any kind of craft thing. I just like doing all that, and it's showing people what can be out there, so people will be more motivated to become a stitcher.
Yes.
You know, we need to.
Well, the Florence Library is hosting a craft hour or something coming up in November. I got you got the email, didn't you?
They've been doing a craft
I
hour
didn't
the
realize
last couple of months. But of course, I can't get over there to go to it, and a lot of the stuff they do, I'm not into.
Oh no,
so.
this was just you bring your own stuff and stitch.
Oh, that's neat. I
Yes,
didn't know
because
that.
they would do
Okay.
because they had. You're right, because I did see the adult crafting thing, but I can't remember what it is.
I
this
didn't
time.
know they were doing like stitching.
That's the one
and
I
stuff.
I probably deleted it though.
And that's another thing we're doing this month is you, me, and Candy.
We're going to meet
to
at the library.
meet at the library and
The third Tuesday.
stitch the day that I have to get my hearing aids checked. It's an excuse for the three of us to get together at the Florence Library and stitch.
There you go.
It's a nice library to stitch in.
It is a nice library, and they haven't kicked us out for being too loud lately.
And it's a way to be kind of in the public, even though we go into a room, but it's all glass windows, so everybody can see what you're working on. I do the library every Monday. Well, we have the opportunity to go to the library every Monday. Most of the time, I'm sick. But it seems like, especially once September seems to hit until March, I'm no good. So, but it's nice that you have that opportunity, and lots of new people have joined recently to stitch with us.
At the Hartsville Library.
At the Hartsville Library, yes. So there's opportunities you may not know about at your local library to go and meet people.
Yeah, they had a luncheon for an author, but I didn't get in on it. I mean, you had to sign up ahead of time, obviously, and pay. I don't know what it cost, but I saw stuff
and there's places like Candy and I, we crochet in church. I'm working on a homeless Afghan, which you haven't seen anything of. It's taller than I am right now, but it's not very wide. It's supposed to be a granny rectangle.
That's not saying much of being taller than you. Cause
I'm 5 feet.
There you go.
I made 5 feet and a half inch, but it's not so wide, so I'm going to have to go on the sides and
just add some
expand
rows.
to make it. But anyway, I worry about the homeless. We have a local church that lets them in when it's really cold, but not until like December. And it's been really cold this week as far as I'm concerned. It's cold and rainy and wet. I worry about the homeless all the time.
Damp.
But the church lets them in and they have heat and stuff, but they have no blankets or anything for them because they're expecting people to like donate that kind of stuff. So I decided I would make one this year. So I need to have one done by December.
Yeah, a couple months.
It's ocean colors, of course.
Yes, it is. Of course it is.
Okay, so moving on.
New starts.
We discussed that I don't have.
I have a new start.
Okay.
Now that I'm thinking about it. To match the hat, I'm making a baby blanket, and it's a corner to corner. So right now, I'm just gonna show it that way.
Is this for someone specific in your family?
Yes, not for my family. I have a baby shower to go to on the 15th. It's for a couple that I dog sit for.
Okay.
And it's their first.
Oh.
And she's decorating the bedroom in Peter Rabbit, but she only wanted Peter Rabbit. And the patterns I have don't just have Peter Rabbit. And you can check the alphabet book up, and I couldn't tell which one was which because I needed you there to tell me. So I saw this pretty blue speckledy yarn, and Peter Rabbit had a blue jacket on. I know it was a little bit darker than this, but it'll be fine. And it's a nice, I'm doing the corner to corner stitch, so it's really, it's not loosey-goosey is what I'm trying to say.
Tight.
Yes, it is tight. So I've got one more, I'm going to go one more row.
That'll make it warmer, so that's good.
Yes, see, there you go. I'm going to do one more row, and then I'm going to start decreasing.
That's plenty wide enough.
And it will make, there'll be 40 rows, and it'll make a rectangle, which will be plenty big for a bunting.
For a
to wrap the baby up.
Yeah, for swaddling.
Yeah, that's the word I wanted, but it wasn't coming out that way. Thank you very much. That is my only new start. Now we can move on to whips, and I have one work in progress that I've worked on.
It's the Angie Show.
Yeah, it is the Angie Show.
We hope our lighting is okay.
It's looking
gray outside.
It is. So the blinds are open.
Yeah.
The overhead light's on. We've got the ring light on. So hopefully it's okay.
First time I had to open the blinds to get enough light. Hopefully it's looking okay. We don't really know until we look at it later.
Right, because it looks fine for us.
Yeah, and then later you look at it and go,
maybe we need to redo that. Go ahead, take it away, Angie.
I want to start with a piece that we're doing together, and it is the Emerald City Sal run by Jen Stitchy Corner, something like that. She's from, I believe, England.
Okay, because
and
Kayla from Stitching with My Little League mentioned it.
People have been doing like part 1, part 2, or page 1, page 2. We're actually one behind, and that's probably my fault.
No, it's probably mine too. Don't worry about it.
Right now, the Lion and the Tin Man should also be done, but we only have parts 1, 2, and 4. And I'll be glad to hand this off to Sallie after this one, because I did page 2 this time. It took me 15 stitchy sessions this month to get page 2 done, and 7 of them were just for the Good Witch. Part of it was because this fabric is pretty, but white doesn't show.
Yes,
Not bead 5200 or 3865 or Blanc. None of them show.
I gotcha.
So then I tried to alternate. It's supposed to be white with gray accent, silvery accents. Well, I tried just using that color and reversing it like I did with Dorothy, because for Dorothy, I had the same problem with white. So I changed her dress to blue with white accents instead of white with blue accents, and that way Dorothy stands out. You can actually see her. The flesh, the faces and stuff aren't really showing up all that well. And Sallie, you may notice I did not do the eyes. I did not do the faces on the witch and Dorothy, because they call for French knots for the eyes.
Yeah, I don't do French knots.
And the back stitching over cross stitching is not my forte. So I'm leaving the faces for Sallie, whether she knew about it or not.
Really? Well, hopefully
if it's
size 15
I'd hate to
beads
ruin
will
it
fit.
just because I can't do these stitches.
They can be Amish.
So, yeah. If they're going to have faces, they're going to have to be done by Sallie. So I did the...
Oh, sorry.
I did the side with the Good Witch. I finally decided purple. And also, the way the pattern was written, the dress and the cape were all the same color.
Well,
and
they did use
it
their
looked like
very-
she had a huge left sleeve or something. So I made the cape a darker color than the dress so that you can see that it's a cape. And I changed the gold specks in the cape. I matched those to the gold baubles that are hanging from her hat, because she had 4 gold baubles out of nowhere. And I thought, there's nothing in the dress that has gold in it. And so I made the speckles in the cape to be gold. So she took me 15 sessions. Just a lot of it was just figuring out what in the world to do. So now what I do when I work on this is YouTube has Wizard of Oz, both the audio book and the movie, the old movie,
the original movie. Yeah, not Wicked.
Free to watch on YouTube. So I've been listening every time I work on it. I listen to the book, and I've listened to it once already, and I started over this time because I started listening to it because I forgot about the mice. When Sallie did the mice, I was like,
I don't remember the
what
mice.
is going on with the mice?
I'm gonna have to listen to the book again. I read the book.
It's on YouTube, free to listen to, and the movie's free to watch. So I highly recommend doing that. That's a good filler. Okay, so then I got into Great British Bake Off. I started it, and I watched the first 3 episodes. But I didn't do all the stitches for, all the episodes 1, 2, and 3. So I can't find the donkey biscornu right now, but all I did for the biscornu was do the square around, that straight stitches on the around it. That's the part that you use to sew the biscornu together. And the donkey biscornu was episode 1 catch up, and that person left the show.
Oh.
And I decided, oh no, I can't have that because I need to get a donkey on here at least. So I moved the donkey over to volleyball stitching. So every time the fourth place team, current fourth place team on volleyball, I watch them play. I work on the donkey biscuit on you for the amount of time that. So anyway, to continue,
Is that what you're
in
saying?
episode 2, Manta's life, the person for Manta's life left the show. So here's Manta's life. And I finished the inside border and this border down here, and I did all the green. I did the word eat, and I started the praying mantis. This is a pun on eat, pray, love, and it says love, pray, eat, and pray is Prey,
Right.
because the female eats her mate after sex.
Yes.
So, it's on Autumn Sun by Barefoot Needle Art, by the way. And if we don't mention what fabric we use or what threads we use, please go to our Google documents down underneath in our description below. We have 3 Google Docs, one for Sallie, one for Angie, and one for Angie and Sallie, because we have
3 pieces that were
5 actually. Remember,
yeah, but
we had forgotten to put 2 on there.
no, but we're stitching them together the same. But
No, there's 5 different patterns.
Oh, we haven't put the.
We didn't put the beetles on there.
Yeah, no, but you're stitching your own beetle, and I'm
Right.
stitching my own beetle, so it's on my list. I'm talking about the ones that.
Oh, I
as
thought we were
August
doing.
20
Okay, I need to add
1823.
those to my list then. First, I need more rows.
I put more rows on.
Okay,
I did that yesterday.
so that's all I've
sometime.
done for Great British Bake Off. And when I do Great British Bake Off, I'm doing it a little bit different. Somebody is doing strands, and that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing strands or colors. So the Star Baker gets 3 strands or 3 colors added into it. First and Technical gets 2 strands. Last and Technical gets 1 strand. Sit Home gets 1 strand. And Handshake gets 1 strand. Because I'm also doing volleyball stitching. So, you know, I can't do too much, honestly.
You do a lot.
So, guess I'll stick it down here. Sports stitching is what I'm also doing. It's not just volleyball stitching, it's also football stitching. And for Liberty Flames, I'm doing the NCAA football team, 2 NCAA football teams. One's Liberty Flames, and since I'm doing them, I thought, well, I'll do Lady Liberty. But instead of doing it on black, I'm doing it on, is this purple?
It is kind of a light
I
color.
think it's a kind of purple.
Right,
It's not a pure white.
It's a non-white, as we call it in art.
It called for those teal colors, but I darkened them, each of them 1 shade, because it was so pale. The one color was so pale that was blending into the fabric. So I'm almost done. I have 3 birds left and I'll be done. And I was almost ready to just go ahead and finish it. Then if I do that, the next time Liberty plays, I won't have anything to do. So
Yeah, substitute something in for it.
no, I'm not. I have plenty of other things to do.
You just
so.
pick something else to
Anyway, I think it's really cute,
It is
and
cute.
I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to doing the Eagle and the Uncle Sam, but not right now.
Not right
So that's one of the football stitches.
now.
The other one is for Clemson
University.
University, and
We started
I
Clemson
restarted
A&M, Clemson College, and Clemson University.
the purple
Christmas ball.
Christmas ball, and it's a Ukrainian pattern that I won from mybobbin.com. Sallie and Candy also decided to do this. Candy's already finished hers and another one.
Yeah, she ordered some others. I haven't touched mine in a while.
Sallie was way ahead of me, especially since I had to restart. I started it on a really pale yellow, thought that would be pretty, but it didn't look so great. So I changed it over to,
Oh, sorry.
it's a Hobby Lobby mystery fabric. It's one of those that gets, you know, kind of different colors on it. And I totally restarted that at the beginning. Both Liberty and this one are new starts at the beginning of the football season. So this is where I am on the purple Christmas ball. I finished the palm tree, and I did these 2 outer rings this last month. So
Yeah.
I'm pretty pleased that I got this far on it. Now all I have to do is like fill in here, fill in here,
Those
fill
are
in here.
blends, though, aren't they?
They're blends.
That was the problem with mine.
Yep.
Is because mine's on 20 count Ada. So to do the blends, I do one leg of one color and one leg of the other color, and depending on. So the top leg would be the lighter color, and the bottom leg's the darker color. I think is what I was doing.
Okay, so I didn't bring 2 of my projects in because I only did 50 minutes on each one of them, which is about 50 stitches for me. I am a very slow stitcher. I'm not one of those people who can get 1,000 stitches done a day.
No, not me either.
So every season and Summer Quaker for the volleyball stitching are in the other, well, aren't going to be shown because it wasn't enough to really show.
Oh, okay.
Plus, in every season, I did the wrong section. I wanted to start the autumn section, and I finished the octagon going around it, only to find out the octagon I did was for the winter section instead of fall. So I got to go in and do the fall octagon before I can start it.
I got you.
Anyway, so I left those 2, and I have a new start planned to take place of Well Hello There, which was one of them that I had in here. I'm going to do the ugly sweaters.
Oh, yes.
But I had to wait for my perforated paper to show up because I decided I was going to do them on perforated paper, not fabric.
Yes, she was letting the finisher off.
Yeah. And
easy on that one.
You're not going to see French Hen because it's at the,
It's at
I finished
fair.
it. I started and finished it.
Yep. It's not state fair, it's at the fair.
It's at the regional fair right now. And I didn't work on fish and chips at all.
I haven't worked on fish and chips either, and that was my whip that was called this month. I am so far behind
So
on my plans.
one of the ones that I worked on really hard, only to find out I stitched them wrong. I stitched 2 stitches to the right for the right eye, is Coffee Dragon. Isn't he cute?
He's adorable.
And started him for a dragon stitch for mom? Or
Yes,
dragon
stitch for dragon. I think it is dragon stitch for mom.
The Lancashire stitcher.
Yes.
To support her because a bad commenter.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you're not going to leave a good comment, don't leave a comment.
Yeah, if you can't say something nice, don't say anything at all.
Yeah.
Or as Thumper says, don't say nothing at all.
Tell someone that their parent has cancer because of something you did. That's just ridiculous.
Correct.
So, anyway, I decided that I was going to do one, and so I did this. I had the cream part of the dragon done, and so I did all the blue, all the cream and the black pupils were done. So I did all the blue and, you know, got all around the eyes, and I was going to backstitch the eyes, well, only to find out that the right eye and everything around it was 2 stitches to the right. So a friend frogged it for me, and I redid it, but I didn't quite get the eyes done as far as I wanted to, because if I had, I would have backstitched the nose and the eyes, just to show how, because it's so
It
cute.
is cute. I mean, look at that expression.
It
See
takes
how adorable?
backstitching to do it.
To bring out, yeah.
So
You can only do so much with your threads. Now, there's some designers that can get some really good shading.
yeah. Well, speaking of shading, Teresa Kogut, Wilbur. Oh my goodness! When I saw this pattern, I bought it right away. Then it took me a year to decide what to stitch it on, and another year to get the frames halfway started on it. I decided that I don't do the frames, but I thought this one needed it because he's in the corner down there.
Yeah, and his ears cut off.
Yeah, so he had to be done with the frame, and I still haven't finished the frame because it's a doozy. But what's been a real doozy has been this left ear. There's 8 different shades of pink in that left ear. And I didn't highlight at first. That was a mistake. So I undid a lot of stitches, and then I went back and highlighted. And I have slowly poked my way into getting the ear done, and now I'm starting on the nose. The eye had been done, and
There's the nose.
what looks like a tear stream underneath it, that's been done for a while.
Oh, okay.
But I started the nose just to give me a point to shoot for as I do the forehead and work my way across. But after I got the ear done, I put him in timeout for October. So I didn't work on him anymore. I got him done like the first week, and the rest of the month I said, no Wilbur. So even if Wilbur came up on my, is Wilbur in here?
I don't know.
Wilbur's not in here.
Is that the
Oh, wait a minute.
Wait.
Wilbur. I don't see Wilbur.
Maybe he's on your Great British Baking. He's on
Wilbur's not even in my sports
Well,
stitching.
there you go.
But I have, oh, you know what?
What?
I did have Wilbur on here, and I put it in place of Polar Plunge, and I switched that to Noel in
Which is the ugly sweaters.
when I said no more
Wilbur
this month.
Gotcha.
So Wilbur will go back on there somewhere. So I will work on him again, but he'll be a shoot for the finish next year. He was on my year of whips this year, and
until you got stuck.
yeah, I just, my eyesight's not great, and I just have some issues. So more volleyball stitching. Can you find When I Survey in there?
I sure can.
This is a project, When I Survey, is one that I use. I love these, what are these called? Thread beds, but they're hard books. And Cottage Cat Stitchery, Potty Mouth Stitcher, whatever her store is on Etsy.
Store.
I bought one of these from her, and I love this for this project because it's got leaves and stamens and stuff like that need just a few stitches. So I just put the threads in there. There's only 3 colors in this project. As you can see from this one, thank you.
It's from Heartstring Samplery, and she does do some things that are kind of prim.
It is very prim, and I'm not prim. So I switched it to same colors, and it was yellow, green, and that wasn't purple.
It was a brownish color.
It was a brown, and I changed to purple.
Red.
As you can see, it's very bright. Mine is very bright. And so I finished, I had finished the right side before I did volleyball stitching, and since volleyball stitching, I've gotten these flowers and this word done. So it's helping me, and this is one I hope to finish before the end of the year. It's on my year of whips. I've got 6 of the year of whips out of 10 done, and you only have to have 5 to consider yourself successful.
Good job,
and
good
I have
job.
6, this would be 7. I don't think I'm going to have an 8, but I'm looking forward to getting this one done. And the other day, Sunday night, the preacher was preaching on this. So I sent him a picture the next day and said, see what I'm working on? So I can't put this in my bag that I'm using for it currently because
it's too
big. Not quite wide.
Yeah.
This book is not 8 by 10.
No, it's a bigger book.
Like, you know, the patterns,
It's
a lot of the
8.5 by
patterns I
11.
print, the PDFs, they're the size of my normal sheet of paper. This is much bigger, so it doesn't quite fit in my bag.
But yeah, well, but now you have you have it so that for display.
So this is the one that Sallie and I are having a race on.
Yeah, okay.
She's doing His Eyes on the Sparrow
By Heartstring Samplery.
and mine's called He Watches Me, but it is His Eyes on the Sparrow. It's the words to the hymn, His Eyes on the Sparrow.
Mine has that too.
And I've got the jacket up, done now. I chose not to do the moon. I don't understand why the moon's there, so I took the moon out. I'm that way. But I'm doing one 10 count French blue or something like that. It's in the Google Doc.
Yes, it is.
But this is what I have done so far. Now, I've already done this once, but then the cat peed on it
Oh, just
before I
scoot
could
it
get
over.
it framed.
So you're
And I
in
was
it.
determined to do it again.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually bought I have an extra piece of this French blue
Really?
that I think would be pretty to use for an ornament or something, you know, just
Yeah.
something. Anyway, I've got that much done, and so I've got the pants, I think 3 or 4 pumpkins, and then the last part of the chorus. So I'm 61% done according to my mathematical calculations. But I don't count stitches. I'm just going by it's 11 by 18 squares of 100 stitches or whatever,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah, 10 by 10.
Yeah.
It's 100
And I have 11 out of 18 done, so the 11 divided by 18 is
Gotcha.
61%.
All right, I'm gonna slide mine in
I
here.
finally got to say a percentage like everybody else.
Okay, so I'm gonna slide mine in before you do your last one.
That's
right?
what I wanted you
Oh,
to do.
good. Well, so here is my version of his eyes on the sparrow. And I started this because this year I turned 60. So this was to celebrate, instead of starting 60 projects or 600 or 60s, whatever, I decided to do this project because I've had it for a while. And then at my aunt's funeral, I found out that His Eyes on the Sparrow was one of her favorite songs. So it's got double meaning now. Well, I finished up the top 2 complete sections. And so there's about 8 pages per row. So I finished up the top 2 rows and I started on the 3rd row. Now I don't have the border on the 3rd row and I hadn't finished the first, but this morning I finished up the cat. So I'm gonna show it to you starting up here. And I'm using the DMC equivalents. I did not buy the overdyes. And I hope y'all can see this because I can't see what I'm doing. Because I can't see through the
Okay,
fabric.
I'm in the top left corner.
Correct.
And
And
we're gonna have to pull back.
Oh yeah, I'm doing 2/2 on 28 count mushroom Lugana.
Look at those colors, folks. As she brings it up to show closer what she worked, I'm just fascinated by the colors because I've been seeing people do it on 40 count and 56 count, and all you see is a blob of a donkey or a blob of a, the house is, you don't see all the colors, it's just, this is gorgeous.
Thank you. So this starts the bottom half over here, and this is where I've worked. Now I brought the green of the border, the vine of the border down, but I haven't done the flower that goes with it. And then, so I started here, finished up the peacock. Part of this flower was on this page. I did the goose and his gosling. This, I don't know what that is. And then here's the kitty cat that I finished up this morning. So that's where I am.
Last Flosstube, she was finishing this deer.
Yes,
She was having trouble finishing the deer.
Yes.
So,
He's huge. Well, actually, it was this deer.
oh, other deer.
Yeah. Well, I had to make sure. I made a tiny error, and I had to make sure that it was the same error on the other side. And there are, I'm not a perfectionist, and I'm not an automaton. So it's got parts of Sallie which is expected. And I just make sure that what I did on one side, I do on the other. Sort of, kind of. I had to adjust a little bit, but I don't think it is really too noticeable. All right, and that's pretty much all I worked on. Well, I did turn a couple of Angie's cross stitch into project bags, but they're at the fair. And I did make another project bag, but I think it got given to the person who had given me the fabric to make it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working on project bags and crocheting. And sometimes I just want to sit in my chair and veg out. And that's what I did last night when I got home from taking my older brother for his MRI. But anyway, so what you looking for?
I printed out something that I was going to show for my purchases, and it's not here.
Oh, well, now, there was one that when you were holding up your something, there was a copy of something on it, on the back of it. I saw a copy, so it's in your papers down there where you, because you were holding up something, and it had a picture on the back side. Oh, because it has the whole thing on it, or because I mean that. Anyway, all right.
It's
So
not going to be shown again.
don't you have another whip?
Yes, I have one left.
Okay.
I saved this one for last because it's the one I have. It's a treat to stitch on. I've besides the sport stitching, if they fit into Laura's
I Spy.
I put this in there, and so I saved this for last because this is the latest I Spy that I need to add in, and one of them she had was it's a treat to stitch. This is Flea Market Flowers. It's a shock that it's a treat to stitch because it took me so long to get it started. It's one of the first patterns I bought in 2022 when I started Flosstube, and I don't know who was working on it, but I loved it, except I don't like pinks. So Memory Baker, I went to Memory Baker and she told me, she helped me change the pinks to purples. So now I'm much happier. Now I love the fabric and I love the threads because these are Egyptian embroidery threads that I bought from Temu, where they had a package of 447 colors for $20 or something like that. And I had started this with DMC. This grid and this top flower is DMC. The coverage on this flower versus the coverage on everything else it's
Sparse.
just sparse compared to this, which is fluffier. I did this square this month, and I did the rest of this square except for that, the start of that. I did that sunflower before, so I did this part. I really wanted to have the center done, but today I couldn't stitch a bit. I was too cold. I was huddled under the covers, so.
Well, you shouldn't be too cold.
Anyway,
No.
this is one of the reasons is I love this. This is a Rogue. I love Rogue fabric because it's really soft Aida, and this is Morning Mint 14 count, which is why I needed to use, anytime I use 14 count, I use my Egyptian embroidery flosses because they cover better. So
They're fluffier.
look at the purples though, instead of the pinks.
Yeah, I
Instead of
did
the
change
pinks,
to the purples too.
I did the purples, and I think it's so much prettier, and so does my other friend Candy. She's been commenting on it, and I'm just much happier. I love the threads, I love the fabric. I've done several of these projects that were also mentioned on Laura's I Spy, but this is the only one that that I haven't put a picture of yet. So anyway, that's all my whips.
Well, there you go. So
Finally.
now we're on to Needles Up and book reviews, and I don't have my Needles Up card because I have misplaced my calendar.
I have 3, one of which I've mentioned before, but I'm going to start with Uplift Stitches. That's Michael and Melanie, and I'm more Michael than Melanie as far as what he stitches. He's doing this national parks piece that has, it's little tiny squares for each national park. And then underneath, if they visited, he leaves space underneath, so if they visited, he can put the date that they visited. And I think that's a great idea, but it's way too big a piece for me. He finished a camping piece that I just absolutely love, but he's like me, he changes the colors. So
Brightens them up.
yeah, she does more sampler type stuff and that kind of things. One of the reasons I wanted to mention them is I had not realized, I've watched them before, but I had not realized that a few years ago their house burned down. And what they're doing now is they had records, I guess on a computer or something, they had records of everything they had stitched before. So they repurchased all the patterns that they had stitched before, and they're redoing them.
Goodness.
And they're into board games. I mean, the the role-playing board
Right.
games.
Oh, like Dungeons and Dragons?
And the ones that are so expensive, honestly.
Oh.
And they get together with other groups and go to board game conventions or whatever, and spend a lot of money there on board games, and they actually do reviews of their board games.
That's nice to know.
So if you're a board game fanatic, or video games, they also talk about video games that they play as well. I don't do either. So I just wanted to bring up, they're both very prolific stitchers, so it's a good thing to stitch to because they have like an hour and a half to 2 hours of video.
Mm-hmm.
I like those because it gives me enough time to actually get into a project. First I have to set it up, and by the time I get it set up and I've started it, if it's a 30-minute show, I'm like, what in the world?
Exactly.
So Uplift Stitches, I love it. Another one that I watched for the first time is called Sleepy Stitcher. Somebody recommended them. I don't know who it was that recommended them. One reason I like them is they do Christian stuff, and it's rare to find,
Mm-hmm.
and it's Christian stuff that's not always samplers. I'm not a sampler fan, mainly because they're so prim and because I know my ABCs.
Yeah,
I
but
don't need to
what
repeat
are we
them.
stitching together?
So, what are we stitching together?
Count your blessings.
Well, yeah, but that's different.
It's a sampler.
That's because of Crafty Emily. That's her fault.
It's a sampler.
She does full coverage mostly, though. She has 2 children, and she's very charming. She's a military wife, so that means she has to do a lot of stuff, take care of things because her husband's not there.
Mm-hmm.
So I would give Sleepy Stitcher a watch. And the last one I mentioned before, mainly because of a piece she's been working on that to die for. She's called the Violet Stitcher. I don't know, I can't remember if her name is Violet, but she stitches a lot of violet. She turns everything she can into purple. She's a purple
That's why
fanatic.
she's called the Violet Stitcher.
So,
it's a color thing.
she's English, and she finished Wind in the Willows, that big piece that I've talked about before,
was that
with badger and mole and
Yes.
frog and
Is that
toad.
a
And
mystery full coverage thing?
I don't know if that's what it was, but taken her years to do because it's full coverage and a lot of brown stitching. I don't know if I could do it. It's gorgeous, but I can't do a whole lot of brown stitching. And what's not brown is green. I'm like,
Yeah, there you go.
those are my 2 colors that I'm not a big fan of most of the time. So she also is doing a piece called Summer Arbor. That's absolutely gorgeous. And she's working on a beautiful Chinese chatelaine. It's different than any other chatelaines, I've seen. And it's a pagoda and dragons, the scaly dragons and the rich, beautiful colors on it. Oh my goodness. She also loves to stitch dragons. So she has a whole lot of dragon stuff. One thing I like about what she did is something that's not full coverage is the 12 Days of Christmas little stockings that people are doing on black and stuff like that.
I think that was you could get a mail, you could get it every month from Dirty Heenies, I think.
Yeah. Well, she's changed it onto a real pretty blue.
Mm-hmm.
She's changing all the colors, and it is absolutely gorgeous. She's just very talented, and I highly, highly recommend you watch the Violet Stitcher. Now, she only films or posts or whatever once a month. So you do have to wait. But when she does come on, it's an hour and a half to 2 hours, my little lovely,
Nice stitching time, yes.
So those are my 3
Needles up.
Needles up. I have a whole lot more I could mention because I watch Flosstube. I start the day watching Flosstube. I watch Flosstube till about 2. And I get up sometimes at 4. So I do a lot of Flosstube. But then I changed to sports like volleyball.
Mm.
During the week, volleyball isn't very much on because, you know, they're college kids, so they're in class and they don't do a whole lot of games during the week unless it's their home, and it's just very rare. The weekends, that's why I only do the top 10 teams because, you know, I can't watch them all, you know, even during the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so books. I've been reading this series. This is book 4. It's called Winter's End, and I still haven't found out who the dadgum guy who kidnapped her and held her, you know, in a van for 3 days and tortured her and, you know, gave her brain damage and all this other stuff. Every book, this is the 4th book, has a different mystery in it that happens in this wee little tiny town of, what is the name of that town? I can't remember the name of the town, but it's in Alaska. It starts with a B. I brain fog. But it has like 500 people in it. Most of them live way out in the country from each other and stuff. You know, it has 2 streets in town. And they have one restaurant, it's called Cafe. And they have, like, you know, the hotel is called Hotel. And, you know, the names of the businesses
Are what they are.
So, you know, it's, anyway, very small town. So how so many people get killed or whatever in this little bitty town, I don't know, but it is enjoyable, and each book gives you more information that from her memories of, you know, she's, you know, because she had the brain damage, she lost memories and she's slowly getting them back. But she's still having major headaches, and they're just not sure, you know, if she's going to make it or not, honestly. Even though she's walking and talking and all that stuff, you know, because of the damage that was done. Anyway, book 5 is the last one in the series. So I'm going to find out who did it. So I highly recommend this series by Paige Shelton. And the series is called Alaska Wild. It's awesome suspense mystery series. Perfect for October if you don't want something too spooky. You know, like you don't want to listen to gore. You don't want to, or what is Hannibal Lecter or something like that. It's
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah,
I watched the movie. No. Okay, I watched the movie with the family. I sat on the edge of the couch like this.
I did that with It.
I haven't seen it, and I don't plan to see it.
I read it in the month of July, and I sat outside on a lawn chair because I wanted the sun on top of me because I was so cold reading it with cold chills. Because I'm not clowns don't bother me. That clown did, but that, you know, Stephen King.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's one of his books that
are bad.
No. Pet Sematary, nope.
I read Pet Sematary.
I read them.
And I watched the movie.
But I only read stuff like that in the summer when there's a chance of being warmer because I get so cold watching.
Well, you know, the last series of his that I read are different from those. Sort of, kind of. The Mercedes Man, that series.
Desperation is one of my favorite ones by him.
Oh,
it's named after the town of Desperation. I think it's in New Mexico, and it's about miners.
Oh, okay.
So we being from West Virginia, which is a
mining. Yeah.
By the way, West Virginia is supporting you for football. Just letting you know. Not so much for volleyball.
I think they lost Saturday.
For football,
when I looked at the score, they were losing. I don't know if they did lose, but excuse me. All right, so I have one. I read a book.
Oh,
I
good.
listened to a book. I've got 3 on hold, and I ordered one from Amazon. That I just haven't even unboxed it yet. But it's classic. I had never read To Kill a Mockingbird, and so I borrowed it from the library through the Libby app, and I listened to it while I was riding around town and walking because I had headphones. And I was surprised because it wasn't just about the trial. It was about Scout's life and her brother and the maid that kept her, and Boo. I thought Boo Radley was the person that was on trial, but he isn't. So, and I know why it's called To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh,
Yeah, you can kill all the blue jays you want, but it's a sin to kill a mockingbird. It's in the
I
book.
forgot about that. That's right.
There you go. So that's if you haven't read it, it's a classic. The Libby app has it. Sissy Spacek narrates it, and whenever she said Jim and I, it always sounded like Jim and I, like the twins. Okay. Now, Stitchy Kind. We ready to Stitchy Kind?
My favorite character in that book was Dill.
I like Dill too.
I like Dill.
Yeah, when he showed up unexpectedly.
Yes. And the things, he was an interesting little boy.
Yes, he was.
So, that's all of our Needles Up and book reviews.
So now we're going on to Stitchy Kindness and Stash Investment.
Okay, well, Stitchy Kindness usually involves Sallie fully finishing something for me. But this one, I gave her the fabric and asked her for project bag, and I forgot that I gave her this fabric.
So I surprised her with it today.
I saw this at Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
And I fell in love with these baby animals. So I immediately purchased the fabric, enough to do a big project bag. And
that way I don't have to cut.
inside I have stuff that I bought. So I can't show that until we get to...
Well, we're kind of into that part. I mean, it's a combination of Stitchy Kindness and Stash Investment.
I bought this stuff at a retreat, the Palmetto State Stitch and Thrift or something.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It was in July, wasn't it? Yeah.
There was one lady who was selling 16 count various cuts and stuff. So, like, I got this pink, you know, it's not very big, but it's enough to do maybe one of my Beatrix Potters that I'm looking forward to, and that's what all these, I have these in mind for Beatrix Potter.
As you can tell, I didn't cut my threads off.
And maybe Winnie the Pooh, so.
I didn't have to zigzag but three sides of that one.
So, I just think,
they're great.
I love all, and you know, some of these are the same, I think they're the same dye, but you know, they're cuts that she had, and they're perfect for all the smalls. This last year I did a lot of what I call big projects. I'm wanting to do smaller projects that fit in an 8x8 or 6x6, you know, Q-snap or Nerd or something.
You might use a tiny one for that one.
And I'm going to share her name, her email the next time, because you can email her and buy fabric cuts from her. She's from, I believe she's from South Carolina, because she was at the
she was at that retreat.
So she was so excited I bought all these cuts. She just got so excited that I bought all these cuts from her because she had.
And that one, when I put it in the dryer to kind of try to soften them up.
For some reason, she thought her 16 count wasn't going to sell.
You bought it.
But that's my preference. Because 14 count, I have to use my Egyptian embroidery threads. And
for it to get the more saturated color.
Folks, it just keeps on coming because, like I said, I couldn't stop because her prices were so... Now, this is a bigger piece that I bought.
Sorry, it's got
maybe I can do something long,
in the middle. You know. I like a banner.
Yeah.
Belt pull.
This one's a little better width-wise, you know. But can you believe it? I mean, I hit the mother load of 16 count. And I gave it to Sallie and said, could you please soften these for me?
I tried. I followed, it said.
Now we're down to the bigger pieces.
Put it in the dryer.
That you had this.
With a wet washcloth.
I'm not typically a brown, you know.
That's more of a neutral.
But
it's fiddler's cloth.
I thought, you know, I've worked on fiddler's cloth before, and it messes with my eyes sometimes. So we'll see. But these are also, they're not quite as rough. They're not witcheled, you know, so they're not rough like they're Swigert. You can see the orange stripe.
Some of them are. Some of them is DMC.
Okay.
Some of those pinks were on DMC because the sellers had it on there.
Look at this big purple piece.
That's a pretty purple piece.
So, this might be big enough for Harry Potter.
It might be.
Do that one and the blue one.
That would be pretty purple.
Yeah.
Harry Potter would be.
And I'll show you Harry Potter in a minute because I got fabric just with the thought that some of those might work for Harry Potter, because it's on an ivory that came in a kit with ivory, 14 count ivory, and I want 16 count color. So color is easier for my, you know, I'm visually
it's the contrast,
challenged,
right?
So yes.
Okay, I got you.
So anyway, look at all those. I'm gonna put them all back in here because,
Well, the reason the big ones were folded was so that they would fit back in
Right.
there. But
this is a humongous bag, folks.
well, I have decided that if you give me a half a yard, it can be 18 by 18. It starts out at 18 by 18, and then I cut off the little, I can make a needle book out of the piece I cut off.
To see what the fabric
It's a polka dot. It's a beige, it's just a
polka dot that you
polka
almost
dot.
can't see.
Yeah, it's a tone on
Might
tone.
show up on the camera
It
better.
shows up on
But
camera. It's
my
hard,
eyes,
it's hard to tell.
I can barely see polka dots in there.
Like, and look at this, the ends of the zipper line up. Oh my gosh. None of my bags have done that. Today
I've loved
was
them
the day.
all. So,
You want to talk about
I
it?
have a whole lot of haul. So you
I
have
just have
some.
Stitchy guidance.
Okay.
I don't have any haul. I didn't bring any haul with me.
I have the November Wordy Bird. I printed it out again so I could show it to you.
I think it's sticking over there.
And it's
in your
buried here
paper stuff.
somewhere.
I'm thinking it's down underneath.
But
I think it's down on the floor. Isn't there a piece of paper sticking out on the floor?
well, yeah,
Angie?
but that was a coffee dragon because I pulled that out because it was a coffee dragon and turned out to be.
But you had
picture
another
of
one
the
that had
coffee
birds
dragon.
on it. I promise I saw it.
I know. I know I printed it.
It's down there in that
So,
stack. I swear it is.
What I liked about the November Wordy Bird is it had turkeys on it.
Let me go. I'm gonna go look in that stack.
That's just very frustrating that I can't find it because I know I had it in here just before we started filming.
Excuse me.
This is
Gus.
the December Wordy Bird, and this finishes the series for me, so I can start working on these now. I wanted to buy all the patterns before I decided which one to start with, and I decided to start on February because I don't have a February. I've done the, what are they called? By Stitching with the Housewives.
The month
To month series with the barns and stuff. And I've done January, but I have no February or March. So I'm going to start with February or March to begin with. So that's a new pattern that I got. And from Hollis Hands Creates,
Here you go.
there. Oh, that's. I got. We found the turkeys.
I knew I had
Okay,
seen it.
before we start Hollis Hands Create, there's the turkeys. And it says, eat a plateful and be grateful. I love that. I think that's terrific. So I'll bet that's one I'll definitely be doing. I gave April away right away. First of all,
Yeah, too much
it
purple
was
in it,
a
right?
lot of purple. Now I
Yeah,
like
me.
purple. I changed flea market flowers from pinks to purples. But there's purples here and there. They're not everywhere. So I asked, no, I just,
right, come on,
I'm not
guys.
doing April. And I already have an April monthly thing to show anyway. Anyway, from Hollis Hands Creates, her Etsy store, I discovered she had these
Mill Hill.
big sheets of Mill Hill perforated paper, 2 sheets in each package
14 count.
of 14 count, and I needed ecru and dark brown for my sweaters, ugly sweaters that I'm going to do. I had black, blue, gold, silver, green, no browns or ecru. So now I've got this. I'll be working on my ugly sweaters, and I've got the
There you go.
Barefoot Needle Arts, which I finally found.
Free.
I knew I had a small one. I didn't want to cut these sheets too big, you know, just to do an ugly sweater on it. So I'm glad I found it so I could do that. Anyway, Hollis Hands Creates. She only charged me like $8 for each color, each set of sheets, and everybody else on Etsy was $11 or more. And I got it immediately. So she's very efficient with her store. I highly recommend shopping at Hollis Hands Creates on Etsy. I gave her 5 stars, just like my RAK, Random Act of Kindness, says. I gave her 5 stars. Okay, so, that's the wordy bird. I don't need that wordy bird. Okay, so I've been looking for something to replace the ivory that's in the kit for Harry Potter. These are the threads, and it has 14 count ivory in it. I wanted 16 count colorful. And this is the Harry Potter I want to start at the beginning of the year. And I hope to get it done in a year's time, but we'll see, because that's an awful lot of stitching right there. Plus there's a lot of back stitching in this. So I bought Runner Stitcher was talking about how he had this soft Ada from Needlework by Jim. He highly recommended it, and I went to their Etsy store. I think it was Etsy. If not, then it's Needlework by Jim for the
website,
but I'm pretty sure it's Etsy. Anyway, he had a lot of bright colors, and Runner Stitcher said they were so soft. You know, his stuff was so soft. I don't find it as soft as Rogue or Fiber on a Whim, I will say.
Correct. Or
it's about like Barefoot Needle Arts and others. Not rough, but not totally soft either.
Correct.
But here's some colors that might work. And these don't have, I don't think they have names because he didn't put any labels on any of these. But look at that. That would be
pretty blue.
A pretty blue. Look at this one.
It's a teal. That navy might clash on that.
Yeah. But this one is the one I'm thinking about right now. We'll see. I'm, putting this against the threads through the plastic. It might be different than, Plus that other purple that I showed you just now is a contender as well. So I've got to decide which one I'm going to do. Now, on 14 count, it's 11 by 11. So it's going to be a little bit bigger.
No, on 16 count, it'll be smaller.
16 count. Oh, it'll be smaller. Might fit in my 11 by 11.
Yes, it'll fit in your 11 by 11.
That would be so cool.
Yeah.
I didn't think this was a square pattern. I thought it was rectangular, but
it's square.
It's square. So I bought two other colors.
Yes.
That I bought them for Sallie.
It's orange and purple.
I wanted to thank her for all the finishing she does for me, especially the bags. Two of the projects that are at the fair are bags that she made for my cross stitches.
And that's a challenge.
I just wanted to thank her for
much.
doing those. And she likes purple and orange and those deep colors too. So
my favorite color, purple. Check it out.
Yep.
This is my Sallie yoga shirt.
It's more than just Clemson, folks. She really does like purple and orange. So
well, they're across from each other on the color wheel too, so they're complementary colors.
I just wanted to show, I have the February Wordy Bird in, I have some of the Wordy Birds in this bag. I want to show this bag too because Sherry made this for me. And I didn't get to show it,
That's what I thought.
And I didn't get to show it in any previous ones because I lost track of it because I put the Wordy Birds away. I'm keeping the Wordy Birds in here. And it's got farm animals on
a pig, a cow. Are you sure she made that? I thought it was the A to Z.
I chose that from Sherry because it had the farm animals on it. She gave us choices, remember? And I chose the chicken bag, and Sallie said, "Why'd you do the chicken bag?"
I was thinking.
And I said, "Because there's farm animals on the little." I love the farm animals. It's got a cow, a pig, and a rooster. And I love her work. Sherry does beautiful little
she does
things like
that. I have an autumn gnome bag or a gonk. I'm not sure which one's which.
But this one is the donkey biscorn U.
There you go.
That I couldn't find.
Okay, all right. I was thinking of that bag.
I have the because the donkey has lots of flowers. That's not why. I have to associate it in my mind with something, but apparently I forgot about the flowers. Look what's inside here.
Some more Wordy Birds.
Yeah, so I got that in the wrong place. Anyway,
Your October
this is all I
warrior.
did on the donkey biscorn you.
Yeah, we're backing up,
It's
aren't
this
we?
pink square. Well, I finally found it.
Yeah,
It's on
that's true.
green.
Yep.
And, you know, I just have to show the pattern for the donkey biscorn you because you might want to get it too.
Exactly. It's a tiny modernist. At one time, she had a Biscorn Year of the Month club.
She has just about every animal kind of biscorn you there is.
She does.
And I decided to start
very
with the donkey
detailed.
biscorn you.
I have the sloth one.
And so I'm all excited. I'm going to get at least one donkey done. Hopefully before the end of the year. And I hope by the end of next year, Sallie will finish the biscorn you for me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can whip those bad boys out. As long as you don't stitch that back stitch too tight.
And I bought this from I think I bought Nancy the
Disorderly
Stitcher.
Stitcher.
That's where this bag came from.
Yeah, I was thinking that chicken
I like
stitcher came from
patchwork
the A to
bags
Z.
as well, you know.
Mrs. A to Z.
I don't always have to have animals. Sometimes I just like patchwork. And
Me
these
too.
don't slide all over the place like the Amazon mesh bags that I mostly have.
True. Well,
So-
I'm trying to. I've got fabric. I'm trying to increase your
Well, I gave Sallie some fabric that also would be in my haul, you know.
Yeah. But you gave it to me last week.
Yeah, I don't expect it to be done anytime soon, but
Oh, that's good.
beautiful Winnie the Pooh fabric, and there's a Finding Nemo because I thought I could do anything under the sea, you know, with that because it's got Flounder and Sebastian all over it.
That's Little Mermaid.
It's Little Mermaid.
Flounder and Sebastian are Little Mermaids.
I'm pretty sure it's Flounder and Sebastian.
Yeah, it
on
is, 'cause it's
Little
red-
Mermaid.
yeah, red,
it's not
yellow.
Finding Nemo. It's Little Mermaid. And I gave her cat's fabric
For me.
for her.
I have a cat.
Because I keep wanting to, I just don't feel like I pay her enough.
Oh,
you know, I don't pay her anything and she won't take anything, so I got to get things for her. I got a shirt coming for her.
I'm excited about that
I
shirt.
just want to, I'm excited because I got us both one. We were supposed to wear it today, but it hadn't come yet. So anyway, just want to show you, are we doing plans yet?
Yeah, we're at that
Yeah.
point because, and I don't have. Like I said, I can't.
Okay.
I put mine down somewhere at my house and I can't find it. I'll find it.
Sallie bought these books for us.
From Amazon. Yeah, 2 year.
No, 3
3
year.
year. 3 year.
3 year. I don't know if mine's gonna last 3 years because of the way I bend it. But
Well, maybe we can put some bookbinding
this
tape on
is
it.
October, which looks a lot better in September. September, I was a little sick from that retreat, and it continued on into October.
But that was the EGA retreat. Though.
Yeah, and I will not be attending if we're going to be in that little room ever again because we had 60 stitchers in that little room, and it was crowded.
There, we didn't have 60 in that little room.
That's what. I
'Cause some of
asked
them
how
took
many
class.
people were attending, and
Yeah.
there were 60.
Right, but
And
there
at times we
point-
had 60 people in there because we
Not
had
that little
everybody
tiny
sitting
room.
there.
But not
Remember they
that
moved the
tiny.
chairs in for a meeting and stuff? Anyway,
But we had
it was
that bigger room.
crowded, even with there being a class and a silent auction room besides. It's basically, the stitchers were in an alcove off of the dining
Main
room.
lobby, yeah.
And it basically was supposed to be a carryover for the dining room. It
Well, that's what
wasn't,
it was.
it wasn't a
Williams.
contained room or anything. And I just want to say something again about this. If you're sick enough that you take a COVID test to make sure you don't have COVID, even if you don't have COVID, stay home. Because if you're sick enough to try a test, you're too sick to be out in public with other people. You know, most of us stitchers, we're higher in age and our immunity is suppressed, and you know, we get sick easier, and I'm one of those people.
You're gonna fall off here, guys.
I get sick at the drop of a hat, and then it takes me weeks and weeks to get over it. And then the doctors get mad at me because I dared to go out in public, but I was tired of living in my recliner.
I agree.
And, you know, I just wanted to do something. I want to point out this last Monday, I worked on 4 projects.
Wow.
I worked from like 9 to 9. I did half of a 24 hours of cross stitch on Monday. So that's part of my planning. And then the other part, you know, I keep the volleyball things here. Well, I printed a new volleyball sheet because it's all scratched up because the bottom 5 change all the time, the bottom 5 to 10. So I reprinted it, and I keep if I get another color of DMC, I mark it on my inventory chart right there.
That's what that is.
And then here, when Clemson or Liberty or any of the volleyball teams play, I write down, what was going on, and I do a check at the farthest right if I did it. I did 2 of these sheets during October. And plus whatever you see checked off here. I have a separate sheet though I decided I have to do a separate sheet for Great British Bake Off because I'm having a hard time keeping up with it. So I decided I have one project left to do for episode 2, and that's that patriotic star.
Mm-hmm.
I have one project left to do for episode 3, which is native proverb.
Excuse me.
From Emma Congdon,
Mm-hmm.
Cross Stitch for the Earth.
Yeah.
It has the whale down the
Yep.
bottom of the ocean. So,
Mhm.
but it's Indian based, so I call it native proverb. None of them have names. I just give them names.
Mm-hmm.
So
you can keep up with it.
anyway, that's how I have to use 2 different books for planning. I'm gonna have to get a new index pad because I have 4 sheets left.
Oh, yeah.
It'll get me through the end of the year probably, but I'll have to have the excuse to buy a new index
There you go.
legal pad or
Legal
whatever
pad,
you call
yeah. I'd call it legal pad.
it. Legal pad.
Yeah, well, I'm just going to continue working on his eyes on the Sparrow. I was hoping to get it finished by December 31st. I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's my goal, but it may carry over till next year. So maybe a 2-year plan. I don't want it to be a
No.
2-year plan. I want it to be a 1 year.
We're trying to see who's going to finish it. She's going to finish that big old thing before I get my
I don't think
Scarecrow
so.
finished.
I don't think so, because no,
That
I don't think so.
That jacket took me 2 years. Just the jacket.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
I was
And when I
supposed
did
to
it
be
the
halfway
first
finished
time,
in June. I'm 2 months behind.
when I
I'm 3
did it the
months
first
behind.
time, I got the whole thing done in 3 months. Because I did it over a summer when I was teaching.
Right.
I started, it was
So
my
you're at
summer
home. It was a
project.
summer
That was when
project.
I only did
That was when you were a
one project
monogamous
at a
stitcher.
time.
Yeah.
So I got it all done before I started the school year again. And I had it laid out on the table when Brian's little kitty cat came
Decided
up
it.
and whizzed on
He
it.
wanted to use it as his litter
There
box.
was nothing I could do about getting it out of there. So,
Nope.
And it was worth doing again because Foxwood Crossings,
Yeah.
I really miss Dixie Darling
Mhm.
because that's where I found a lot of the Foxwood Crossings.
Well, that's because that's who.
sleds
that's who
and,
did 'em.
Stuff like
But
that.
they
so.
can't find the little extra small sled. They don't make the extra small
Yeah.
sleds anymore.
So I'll be starting my ugly sweaters as a new start. You'll see that next time.
I got some ornaments.
Also, as a new start, I hope to start February Wordy Bird.
I hope to start
Um,
5 golden rings.
because I want to give myself 3 months to get it done before November, December, January. I got 3 months to get it done,
To you, February.
and I
1.
also want to get March done too. So I have to kind of squeeze in March as well in that. So I want to get started on February Wordy Bird, but most of all, I want to finish When I Survey for sure, and I'll have 7 of 10 of my year of whips
That's
done.
nice.
So next year she's reduced it to 6.
Oh.
Which, if you're doing bigger projects, for me, what I call bigger projects, it's necessary to lower the number, honestly, because
Unless you
It
pick
was a
one big
lot.
projects.
and I did, because everybody else's projects were so big, I put 3 polar plunges together, and then I found out after I had already put mine in, other people were just putting 1 in to do, and I asked if I could change it, and they said no.
Nope.
No way, no. I mean, I got a
No way, no how.
it was
How dare you think about
Yeah. so I learned
that? There you go.
that whatever. So anyway, we've got a lot of stitching to do before the end of the year,
Mm-hmm.
and hopefully we'll get more than 1 a month done in November. It's hard because of Thanksgiving and all
Right.
that stuff.
But I'm off the whole week
So-
of Thanksgiving. I don't have to. at the moment, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't even think I have to feed a dog at the end of Thanksgiving, I think. Let's see.
Today is the 29th of October, so
Yeah.
we would need to do one like around the
Middle,
15th or
yeah.
13th or something like that. Today's Thursday, right?
Yeah,
So it'd
no,
be
today's Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. Today's
so the
Wednesday.
12th of November maybe or something, whatever comes available.
I might can squeeze it in. I have
Sometime
a
during
stay
that
at the
week.
house job that week. And then I switch over to another stay at the house job. That's when my baby shower is too, on the 15th.
So we'll try to get 2 in November. We try to get 2 a month, and we did get it this month, but it was the 1st and the 29th.
Yeah,
So kind of not there.
No.
September we only got 1. So that
well,
was
it
because
was
of
my
me.
schedule too. No, it was because of my schedule.
Yeah. So we try to be every 2 weeks or twice a month, not every 2 weeks, but twice a month. But the winter, I gotta warn you, I'm sick a lot. So especially if people now that I joined a church and I'm going to. When I joined, everybody came up and hugged me and washed, shook my hands, and I went straight to the bathroom and washed my hands, which is what you should be doing too. Not just me. But then I got home, I changed my clothes too, so that I'm trying to stay healthier. The whatever you call it in my voice that you hear is from fall allergies. It's not because I'm sick. I'm cold all the time because I have no iron. I am thalassemic, no iron. I can have no iron, so that generally makes you cold, so I constantly fight this damp weather, and it's been cold for South Carolina. It's been the 50s, and it's been wet the last few days. But that's because of Melissa. Thankfully, we're not in her path. But
she's bringing all that from Jamaica.
She's pushing stuff up our way or something. I don't know.
I knew it was a coastal.
Something tropical is happening.
Well, it doesn't feel tropical.
And anyway.
It's cold.
Stay safe. There's a lot of shootings going on for no reason, especially at football games, homecoming games and such. So stay safe. Stay well. Stay stitching. And always remember, you are stronger than you know.
Bye.
Bye.